Yo, what's going on guys, Tech Alpha here, back at it with another brand new video, and I've done a review on this laptop, go check that out. I've also done a unboxing of the laptop, go check that out as well. In today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 of the things which I don't like about this laptop. Now, these things are really little, so little that I didn't mention them in the review, so I really think these won't be a deal breaker if you're planning on buying this laptop, but it's something worth knowing about. So without further ado, let's get started with today's video. Okay, so this list is in no particular order, but I just want to start off with the design because that's what annoys me the most. So the design looks great and all, I just love that so much, but I have to say they've done a really big mistake by going with the matte design, because the back of the laptop picks up so much of your fingerprints because it's matte, of course, and not just that, even the plastic inside the laptop picks up fingerprints. So for example, when I'm typing on this laptop and I let go of my palm and I lift it off the keyboard or the laptop surface, it leaves a huge print of my palm, and it's just really sad to see that, especially if you have sweaty or greasy hands. It looks just really bad. This happens outside the laptop too, so on the matte part of it, and yeah, it just picks up so much of fingerprints and leaves a mark. So I would say clean this laptop as often as you can. Okay, so the next thing on the list is the corners of this laptop. Now, like I said, most of these stuff are going to be related to the design, but anyways, so what I mean about these corners are they're super pointy. So again, when I'm typing on this laptop for long hours, I've noticed that it starts hurting between my wrist and my elbow. It starts kind of hurting over there because it's super pointy, and yeah. Okay, so now I want to go about the keyboard, and what I want to say is that it's really soft. So if you're someone coming from even a regular keyboard, or even worse, if you're coming from using a mechanical keyboard, you're gonna notice that this keyboard is really soft. The depth is really bad. Like, the keys don't go that much down. I've seen regular laptops have better keyboards, but you can't really judge the keyboard depending on its depth. Some people like the softer keystrokes, but I mean, I don't really mind it, but I've had people who use the laptop tell me that the keys are a little bit too soft. But yeah, it's all again personal preference. Okay, so the camera on this laptop is actually not that bad, but I want to mention out that it's not too good either. It's clearly good enough for video calls or things like that, but if you want to use features like Windows Hello, I'm sorry, but Windows Hello is not supported for this laptop, which is because of this lower end webcam that they've installed. Cause for Windows Hello to be supported, you need a camera which can identify the depth of the video or the image, which this laptop or this webcam does not support. So that was kind of a bummer to find out that Windows Hello is not there, because I was kind of expecting it on such a high-end laptop. But anyhow, it's good enough for video calls. Okay, so the final thing on the list are the arrow keys. Now, I really didn't have too much to complain about this laptop, so I had to complain about really small things like this. But anyways, what I want to say about the arrow keys are that they're not fully sized, which means if you're coming from like using a fully sized keyboard which has proper arrow keys, you're gonna find this such a difference because these are not squared. They're actually more of a rectangular shaped arrow keys, which I find it kind of hard to hit, especially if you have bigger fingers like me. You're gonna kind of find it difficult to use such small arrow keys. But I have to say they're still really functional, and once you get used to it, it's not too much of a big deal, but I kind of found it a little bit annoying. Alright guys, that's the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something new as well. And thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video, because that means that you enjoyed it, and I'm just glad I managed to keep you entertained throughout the whole video. Yeah, with that being said, this is Tech Alpha signing out with today's video. Hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Me and Metro don't need help. Meal a pint to myself. Flew a porn star to ATL. Louis Goyard belt. 5-star hotels. Buy everything on a rack. Buy everything on a shelf. I make you mad, I can tell. Perfect timing, yeah. Watch full of diamonds, yeah. Chart climbing, yeah. Foreign car driving, yeah. Perfect time.